um, like we took our time. Like Danyell said, it was over the course of a few months. And for me, it's always been personality above anything else. I was physically attracted to her as soon as I saw her, but like when we talked more and more over the course of those 3.5 months, I really got attached to her. And it's like she said as well that like our personalities are like a reflection of each other, that we're very similar in lots of different ways. And one thing that doesn't seem important to some people, but it's very important to me, is her sense of humor is like just like mine, and she can make me laugh as well. That's important to me. But I think most people they overthink the whole, like, the one, is this person the right one for me? They want an exact blueprint, but I think it's a bit simpler than that. Somebody who's, who you're comfortable with, who you can talk to, who's fun to be around, and who's got a good personality. Oh, that's more than of course, that's very important.
Oh, I would agree with that. And as far as Danyell is concerned, she's beautiful. I know that you were not at all. I know you, Patrick. And when you say that you are more concerned about the heart first, I believe you. Trust me, I do. But she is a looker. So it didn't hurt that she was really nice to look at too. So, I mean, you got the whole thing in one swoop. That was good for you. Absolutely. So there's no question that I believe you. It's just that she is just so beautiful anyway. Danyell, what I wanted to ask you, and hopefully that you can give some of our listeners this advice. What advice do you have for Black women that are trying to enhance their dating options via the social media jungle? It's a tough place to be. It's hard. It's difficult. But what kind of skills do you have to enlighten them on, or vetting practices that you can assist them in at least listening to and maybe even putting into place if they decide to go that route?
Well, I would say first, don't be afraid. I know there's so many people thinking, oh, there's so many crazy people out there on social media, I'm not even going to give that a try. I would say there's so many crazy people in clubs or other crazy places that you would hopefully not think to meet people, or places that people do. So I'd say definitely don't be afraid to do it. Definitely take some time and make sure that the person you're trying to get to know is worth your while, and that you're just not jumping into things too quickly. But yeah, I would say explore different sites. There's lots of interracial dating sites. Don't commit yourself to just one. Don't get discouraged if you don't find the one right away, but really just have fun with it.
Absolutely. And Patrick, men also can use the same type of advice or observations that you have made. So tell the guys a little bit about the social media jungle. There are some really nice men out there like yourself that truly are looking for a Black woman that they would like to really settle down and be with. What advice or what observations would you give them in regards to the social media jungle and how they can prosper from it?
Well, it depends. If they are closed-minded, I would say open your mind first. What I would say is take your time. Very important to take your time and get to know what it is that drives them. Like, if it's the same kind of person, because really it is personality in the end that's most important. Because looks will fade if the personality is horrible. So make sure that whatever her personality is like, that she's the right person for you. Get to know her for a few months or maybe a year if that's what it takes. If you can meet up, like for a date or something, and then part ways, and then talk again, and then meet up. But take your time. That's the underline, and keep an open mind, and don't give up too easily. Stay positive.
Absolutely. I certainly agree with that. And you know what? As we begin to wrap up this discussion, I don't want to do that without having Danyell tell us a little bit about the business that she's in and telling people where they can go if they're interested in purchasing or being a part of what she's doing. Danyell, tell us a little bit about your business.
Oh, yeah. Patrick might be for this because he's come to find that I am very much a girly girl. I love fashion. I love jewelry, shoes, clothes. So he's getting used to that. So I just so happened to land a job as the director of marketing at a company called South Hill. And it's a jewelry company. And I'm huge into direct sales because it is another way for those to create kind of financial freedom. So South Hill Designs is a jewelry company, so southhilldesigns.com. But it's a social business. So you get to go out there and make jewelry pieces with your girlfriends or boyfriends, whoever you choose to do so. But it's fun. So I encourage you to check it out.
Absolutely. And Patrick, give us a few impressions as an Irishman. Well, I think the song was An Englishman in New York, so it's an Irishman in Arizona. Tell us what some of your impressions are of the U.S. so far.
Very hot here. It's nice though, I like it. Because where I'm used to it, it's small and squished together. So it's convenient, but it's boring. Here there's a lot more to do, there's a lot more to see, there's a lot more diversity. So it's interesting having so many different cultures close together, like Mexican restaurants and, I don't know, this Latino bars or whatever it is. But that's interesting to me. There's just so much to explore. I don't think you could fit all in.
Yeah, yes, it's going to take, this is a big country too. So if I'm not mistaken, Danyell, you like to travel. So Patrick, do you like to travel?
I do. I love to travel.
Well, this is a big country, so there's lots of stuff to see all over the place. So I'm hoping that your adventures continue. And I want to take a moment as we begin to wrap up to thank Danyell and Patrick for taking time out of their busy schedule. They are getting to know one another. So to take a couple of minutes in the afternoon to talk about this, we are really grateful for, because I know that they are busy on all kinds of adventures and doing all kinds of wonderful things. So Danyell and Patrick, I want to thank you again so much for being a part of the Swirl World podcast. And audience, we want you to remember that life is better in the Swirl World.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining the Swirl World broadcast brought to you by the swirlworld.com. Please take a minute to visit our website and join our growing community by subscribing. You can also visit the Swirl World on Facebook. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast. Until next time, remember, life is better. In the Swirl World, keep swirling.
Endless passion for interracial love.
Find us on Facebook.
Facebook.com/The Swirl World.
The Swirl World. Swirling as it should be.